A spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Horned Frogs will put total leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Texas offense will go on the attack first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
The Longhorns get the first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got the quick pass. He's loose. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. They're working that left side. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, there he goes! He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Horned Frogs will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive going to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes! He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Right back to the well. Still on his feet at the 45. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Longhorns' first season in the SEC was a rousing success and so close to even more with a late loss to Ohio State. Steve Sarkisian and the Horns have the expectations right where they want it.
You said expectation.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why...
Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Catch in the middle. It's McAllister. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Horned Frogs will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. He's got great speed. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking for a man. It's Manning. He's got an open man. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Longhorns will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Horned Frogs racing to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Hoover. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Just needs a crack to get a return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Makes the grab on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It want to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, and they did, but this time the defense up to the challenge.
And when you slide that running back out of the backfield, like I'm thinking pass. I got to be locked in, and I got to see him, and as the linebackers have to see him and understand when the quarterback throws him the football, I got to block.
It's a running room. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Keeps it on the bootleg. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They feed him again. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this one...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. From the gun, the running back has it. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome, just a little cherry on top of the Sunday. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.